Okay, good morning, everybody who's watching. Um, Today's Sunday, getting close to noon, getting warm out. I'd like to start today's talk approximately where I left off last time. The last talk that I did had to do primarily with, or at least a big chunk of it was, what meditation is not. And I think that what I noted in particular during that talk was a hope to dispelling the pop culture ideas that are so deeply entrenched in the minds of so many people that meditation is a breathing exercise and you have to breathe a special way and it will give you special results, or that meditation is a relaxation exercise and that the primary purpose of it is to achieve relaxation, or sort of a related idea that it's an exercise that you engage in to achieve a state of wonderful bliss immediately. And those are silly ideas. Well, the breathing one is, and relaxation one. Those come from not necessarily silly places, but they are not what we're doing in the type of meditation that I teach in the tradition that I come from, which is the Buddhist traditions of Zen and Vipassana. So I wanted to pick up one more idea that along the lines of the what is not company of misconceptions and things that you don't want to have an expectation for, because if you have these expectations, you're going to be disappointed and you're just going to go away. But the one more what is not thing that I wanted to bring in is that it's not a quick fix for anything. Not a quick fix. And I can't begin to tell you how many people harbor that idea. Sometimes people harbor it without really understanding that they harbor that idea. But after, I don't know, 20 plus years, I'm not sure, 25 years, of being involved in the world of meditation and mindfulness, I have seen it over and over again. First of all is the unsurprising reality that people come to meditation classes or meditation communities in order to fix something about themselves. And the next step is that they hope it's a quick fix. They really do. And everybody who teaches meditation or everybody who has been in a meditation community has seen it. Someone who has something going on in their lives that they just really, they don't want to live with anymore. And they come to meditation and they hope it's going to be gone. And their hopes are dashed. It doesn't work that way. In meditation, you don't work to get rid of something. In meditation, what we do is we meditate in order to make friends with everything. That's a very short way to put it, but I'm going to kind of deviate just a little bit to give you a poem from Mary Oliver that kind of helps with that for me. This is one of her amazing poems called What I Have Learned So Far. And here it goes. She says, meditation is old and honorable, so why should I not sit every morning of my life on the hillside, looking into the shining world? Because properly attended to, delight as well as havoc is suggestion. Can one be passionate about the just, the ideal, the sublime, and the holy, and yet commit to no labor in its cause? I don't think so. All summations have a beginning, all effect has a story, all kindness begins with the sown seed. Thought buds toward radiance. The gospel of light is the crossroads of indolence or action. Now, you could say that she's talking about a lot of different things in that poem, and she is, and it's going to mean a lot of different things to different people. But in this context, what I'm thinking of her saying is that she works sitting on that hillside on a daily basis to be deeply embedded in her life, to see everything up close, to accept what she sees and not to try to push it away. That's the radiance. That's the shining light that we, with mindfulness, put upon everything that we encounter in our lives. So, all those things that I said meditation is not, okay, we've gone through that. But let's say one way to put it as to what meditation is it is a practice in awareness and kindness and acceptance. Okay, so when we sit meditation and we place our attention on the sensations of our breathing, those visceral bodily sensations, we place our attention on what that feels like. Feeling the breath, not thinking about the breath, mind you, and that's a big difference. Feeling the breath going in to our bodies and going back out. Letting our attention settle there. And as I mentioned before, one of my favorite ideas about what happens in our minds to interrupt us is all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of impulses, all kinds of fantasies, memories, urges, itches on the knee, wanting to scratch the head. All of those things will jump and wave their hands at us. I like to think of it as a crowd of toddlers in the back seat while I'm trying to drive. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I'm hungry, all that stuff. So with meditation, we don't force any of that away. We observe it, we notice it, we notice every hand that's held up, every complaint that arises in our minds, all the memories that bubble up, the plans that we feel like we need to do right now. And we just let them be. We don't struggle with them, we don't pursue them, we just let them be. And every time we realize our attention has been hijacked by one of them and we've gone off on a thought train somewhere, we gently get off that train of thought and bring it back to the sensations of breathing. And that is the template for how we approach the rest of our lives, with careful, calm observation instead of helter-skelter going hither and yon with whatever presents itself from the world or in our minds, moment by moment. We adopt a habit, let's just say it's a good habit of steadiness and equanimity, and it takes time to build that habit. So, do this every day. Do formal practice every day. Do sitting meditation every single day, even if it's only 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Do that every day and build that habit. And let your building of that habit help you bring it into everyday life, so that everything that arrives to your senses as you walk through the world is something that's available for you to really experience. That's what being really alive feels like. It's experiencing everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, not fighting with anything. Just open up to all of it and watch it come and go. Thank you for being here for this talk. I should say it's certainly not a TED Talk, but I'll put out another one in another maybe half a week or a week, and I hope y'all are staying safe and staying connected. See you next time.